Good morning
from Greenland,
We made
officially.
it. I'm so excited.
Whew, now the place we are today, we've come to an understanding from the folks on the ship that a Q in Greenlandic is pronounced Qaq. So all this time I've been saying Qaqortoq, but apparently it's Qaqortoq. That was very good.
I like it when the captain does it. He does it very extreme.
Yeah, so I'm going to continue to say Qaqortoq to not sound like I have something in my throat that needs to come up, but we're excited to explore.
We're very excited.
Today is the longer of our two Greenland days.
It is a tender port, but what I like about Holland America, they did say that if you had trouble, with your scooter, your walker, your wheelchair, that they had people that would help roll it up the gangway once we get there. So it sounds like it's sort of accessible, which is exciting.
That is actually.
Yeah.
So we're going to go do some peeking outside, get some breakfast, and have a free roaming day of Greenland.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
Finally.
We have successfully acquired some breakfast. Now we are not seeing a whole lot out here other than fog. I think our temperatures right now are in the upper 30s. The high for today is 51, but that's not until about, I'll say 6 p.m. And our back on board is before that. So, we should be having low 40s most of the day. And there are our views of Greenland for right now. I do see some tender vessels in the water though, so that's a good sign. I don't know where the land is, but as long as they do, we'll be okay. Birder D has spotted her first Greenland birds on the back rail of the ship.
I feel like Greenland is somewhere out there.
It is. We finished our breakfast now and decided to come look for Greenland again. Not having much luck.
Wow.
We've seen at least 3 tenders in the water, though. Well, let us venture back inside. So we'll head toward the BB King, even though I think we got a good 15 minutes till they're even supposed to start thinking about handing out tender tickets. Well, maybe the process has started. Well, gosh, we walked up, they gave us group 1, and they said, head to the tender, so we are way early.
This one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Morning, sir.
Man, I hope this isn't the test tender. Anyway, we're headed off already. There's only about 12 or so folks on here. Nice empty tender. Up we go. First steps onto Greenland. Oh yeah.
We made it!
Well, we can see much more from over here than we could from the ship. Imagine that. So, a little foggy still. Oh, they've got maps about, like, walking routes. Big building there. Welcome to Qaqortoq. They've got some directional signs there. This is our map. I don't know if this map is just leading us to... Well, it's got some tour provider names and stuff down at the bottom. Oh, yeah, there's some of the sites we're supposed to see today. Now, a lot of the stuff does not open until later in the day, because I think we're over here and it's like barely 8 o'clock, isn't it?
7:58.
Oh my gosh, and tendering wasn't even supposed to start till 8.
Early bird gets the worm.
Apparently. Let's stroll for now. We're just wandering along the pathway, the road down here by the water, for starters. We have not climbed up the hill into town yet. Well, this area kind of ends here in an industrial zone. I guess we'll turn around and go to town proper. We're going to explore everything today.
We have all day, so might as well.
True.
Plus, we made it to Greenland.
We did it! Yeah. So we've come back up to the port area. So basically, when you get off the tender, you should either probably go to the left in that direction toward the museum and all that, or you can turn right and climb this giant hill to the other side of town. Let's do the flat side. Well, they do have tour vendors setting up shop directly across the street from the tender area for those last-minute tour options. Welcome to Qaqortoq. Is that a yurt?
Oh, that's cool.
What the heck?
Can we stay there?
Maybe. So there on the left is the museum. Let's jump across here and see when they're open. I think they might have said 9. 9 indeed. Okay, an entrance fee is about, well, $10. They've converted it for us. Well, this appears to maybe be a pottery shop, judging by the sign. Oh, coming up to the fountain. We went to the port talk the other day and learned about all the things. I don't know if we learned about this lady. I do know there's a collection of art around the town called the Stone Man Lithographs, I think was the other word. So we're going to have to see if we can espy any of those today. I think they said there's over 40 around town. This we learned, I think, is the 100-year-old fountain. It looks like it has names carved around the bottom or put on the bottom that are maybe explorers and other prominent folks. I see some of them are missing some letters, but I still recognize them. Well, it's a cute little bridge over there. I think we'll end up making our way over there, hopefully on this circle of town. Well, there's a fish market there across the street. Looks like they're processing some of the catch. We've turned away from the water now to walk a little more into town. Cute little bridge indeed, right over here by the church. Well, there's one stone out here on this edge of the church. That 1921. We'll continue on the back side of the church. Look at that cute little building with like the step gables and things. Well, let's go off-road. Welcome back to Nature Walking.
I mean, the road's right there.
It's true. But this path has brought us down to the water's edge. Oh, I guess if you're brave enough, you can climb up. They've made like an impromptu little path to get up top. All right, I think we will cut back across the cute little wooden bridge to get on that side and continue our adventure. Well, that's cool. We might jump over there for a minute. The intention is to turn right and continue the journey toward the panoramic stairs according to the map, but I think we'll go straight for a minute. Well, let's continue going this way. We don't really have an agenda today. We have a basic map in our brains and just some plans to wander. And there's an ice bar cafe right there. Well, the lights are on, but they don't open until 11. Across the street, we've got a waterfall. You know we love waterfalls. Bienvenido a Miami. We've been sitting here for a little while staring out at the lake, trying to see if the sun was going to make a victorious entrance into the world. It looks like it might actually be getting a little bit foggier, so we're going to try to find. There is a path that goes all the way around this lake. We at least want to touch the east side of it, because that's supposed to be the easier side. Let's go see if we can find it.
Google Maps.
Right, so just after passing that cafe, if we had hung this left, there's a little bridge, which is kind of a good sign. Success in that we have found the lake once again. But there's no walking path over there on the east side. There is this unit, which looks like it might guide us over across some bridges to the west side. Sure. I think I've got my easts and wests right. So there's that little bridge. Here is a sign. Now there's a little path that kind of looks like it goes behind these folks' house, but it is lakeside. Choose your path wisely. So definitely a very natural feeling path through here. It's got stones and things, I guess maybe to help keep it from getting too squishy. Now, there were some proper tours and things that you can do out of this town. Like, I think this is the one where you can go out to, like, the church ruins. I think it's Hvalsey Church Ruins. I'm sure they also offer iceberg tours, because most of these ports in Greenland offer iceberg tours. That's about all I know. And the water is super clear. We do some air snorkeling from up here. I haven't actually really seen much in the way of nature life, other than a couple of midges and a bunch of birds. Well, we've reached the up and over section, because we see the trail continues over there on the other side of the lake. Some folks just passed us and they've already made it over there, so over we go. Yeah, if we hop off right there mid-rock, I can see the dirt trail kind of winding its way on through there. Well, what is this little structure? We have to walk right by it. I hope it's not like a haunted house and the doors pop open and somebody goes, boo! I don't know, it's locked, so we'll keep going. Now we have found our way to the beach. Who knew? Our beach day in Greenland.
It's amazing. I'm not gonna go swimming though.
Polar plunge.
I don't have my swimsuit. That's the only reason, really.
It's nice and sandy. Yeah, that's the only reason you didn't bring the swimsuit ashore.
That's it. Otherwise, totally, I'd be in there.
Yeah, we might end up doing this whole trail. I don't know where we're going, but we're going to keep going. Huh.
Why not?
Never mind, I take that back. This lake is 1.7 gabajillion miles tall.
We looked at it on Google Maps because I bought a day pass because, anyway, we needed data. We've done like this much of it and there's like this much left. So, yeah.
I think if you were to actually take the real distance around the lake, we've done not even 10% yet. So at some point, we're going to cut out and walk a road back to town.
Still very lovely, though.
It's
and
fun.
Quiet. It's nice.
We've gotten to a point now where I think we're basically leaving town. This is a big industrial area here over on this side. And then past that, it turns into Dee's pom-pom on her hat. And then it turns into just nothing but nature. We have found the road. Let's get back to town. We have made our way back down to some schools, and there is the lake again, so woohoo! There is the grocery store again, so I think we'll cross straight over this time. This should take us over to the other half of town, and I believe our cruise and travel director, Claire, said that there was a cute little souvenir store up here. Well, there's a peek over to that cute little church again, some of the colorful houses up on the hill. Ooh, there is an ATM. The local currency here is the Danish kroner, but they usually do take cards at major retailers, but a lot of the smaller vendors are cash only here, from what I heard. Oh, that's a cool building. Norseman Museum. Oh my gosh, the jubilant yellow-vested children. Well, that's good for visibility. And that's brought us back down to that very first museum we saw when we got off the ship. Well, we were walking by and drawn in by this fellow. Okay, we've seen a few things around town that were carved in stone. I'm not sure which ones are part of the actual Stone and Man. Oh, well, there's several here. Yeah. There's some words and things. It's a stone with man's names on it. So this little area is just above. You can see the tender pier down here. And there's the top of that yurt and whatnot. Our next plan is to continue straight on. So that'd be as if you had exited the tender area, turned right, and climbed the hill.
Not went around the entire lake.
That's true. You didn't walk around a lake, and you didn't go to that first little area we did this morning.
It was still awesome, though.
Everywhere we look, etchings, yeah. Oh, there we go. Well, there's all kinds of them here on the hill. Yeah, this is the backside. Well, okay, I thought that was tour vendors setting up this morning, but it's actually vendors like craft vendors. Then there's a little tent over here that says tours. And that one's a little harder to see. We've got the shape of what looks to be maybe a whale etched in the rocks up there.
This is really neat.
That whale is a little easier to see. We got a whole wall of fish. And now we climb. Well, this is where the party's at. Karaoke, bingo, billiards, darts. Wow. We're taking the loop road that's sort of above the tender area, if that makes sense. All kinds of schools and playgrounds and stuff back here. Coffee, tea, ice cream. Okay, they're starting to speak my language down here. We found a helipad. Ooh, this road has led us back to the ocean. Oh, I can hear and see a tender coming across in the fog. Lots of seabirds and things out here. Well, there's a little boat that says Falsey on the side, so I guess they went out to the church ruins today. And there's a little boat that says New Statendam on the side, with our slightly creepy looking ship in the fog there. So we have decided to plant ourselves firmly here on the great lands that is Greenland. Just sit, watch the birds, watch the fog roll out, roll back in. It was clearing up a little bit, and now we just watched it roll back in. I cannot see things across the way that I could see a mere 2 to 3 minutes ago. And just enjoy the fresh air and nature. I can see the souvenir shop from here that was recommended to go into. And that's going to be the next stop, hopefully. But for now, this is where we will be if you need to find us. Yeah, we decided to go on an iceberg tour after all. Look at that glorious iceberg right there. That's funny, we stood up because we were getting ready to go over to the souvenir shop and we're like, oh, hello iceberg. So there is where we were sitting, and right here in this red building is a place called Great Greenland. Well, there's some stairs down to the water over there, so I guess you could go snorkeling if you wanted to. Kind of still have a peek on our iceberg over there. The ship is over there somewhere. And then the town is over there somewhere. Ah, Great Greenland Fur House, established 1977. Shop, souvenirs, I guess that means open Monday to Friday, 10 to 4. That's what they were talking about, is like people can come here and purchase fur products, but you want to make sure that they are legal to take back into your home country. Like we would not be able to take some of that stuff back, obviously. Hello, friend. You're very furry. And this is actually winding us back around to the very first area that we started our morning. And we turned around. I didn't know we could have connected up down here. Well, this looks like the main entrance. So they have a tannery that you can do a guided tour of, I guess, or their exhibition and shop is on this side. All right, well, we're going to have a peek around in here and do some learning. Oh, man, all those colors. They've got a whole thing about the history. I guess most everything is seals again from what I'm seeing, which you cannot have in the U.S. Back out into the world, and wait a minute, I can see colors I can see across the way. That's so funny how things can change in like 5 minutes. Holy moly, this is what Greenland looks like, but significantly less fog than we saw it before. All of those colorful painted buildings.
Pretty.
Such majesty. Yeah, so there is the shop. From here we can see the area that we walked through very first thing this morning, where we kind of turned around because I thought it was a dead end, but apparently it's not. Over to the tender pier. The welcome to Qaqortoq building. Yeah, they had signage in there that said no photography, specifically in their sewing room. So I was like, well, let's not record too much in Great Greenland. Well, we've officially made it back to where we started this morning. So now we've put all the pieces of the puzzle together. If we had kept going, instead of turning around, we would have ended up at that shopping zone. So now that the sun is out, do we have to do our entire walking tour again? All right, guys, let's head to the lake. Here we go.
Not all of it, no.
Well, it is bustling over here now at the tour and information area. Well, I see signage for 2 different iceberg tours. There's a 1-hour open-air rib boat tour or an 1.5-hour closed boat tour. Both of them are $180 USD per person here on the spot. Looks like they can take cash or card. Well, we booked an iceberg tour. All right, let's come explore in here a little bit. I know they said there's restrooms upstairs too, which is nice. This is a big old souvenir store in here, okay. They got sodas over here, Coke, Pepsi, Fanta, and something up there on the top I'm not familiar with. Oh, what is that? Pillar?
Hello. Because Greenland has polar bear.
Postcards. Just keeps going and going. And we are off. So we have booked the large enclosed boat, which is an 1.5-hour tour. I think they said the boat can hold about 40 people, and I believe we have 13 on the tour today.
Things are looking great.
Sun is out. We're going to see some bergs. So this is one where we might advise waiting until you get here to check the weather and the fog before you book it. They have a boat dog.
It looks just like the
Well, this will be a nice big observation deck here later. We're going to start off downstairs. Cozy chairs. They've even got like a bow cam TV, a little glary to see on the camera, but hey, giant windows. Oh man, a coffee station. Yes, there is the aforementioned coffee station. I got a better view on this now that I'm seated and not getting the glare off of the sun. Off of the windows, I mean. Whoa, Evan, this TV is awesome. Okay, I can see when things are coming. We can jump out, we can go up on deck and look at it. And you can actually see our ship. That's a nice change of pace.
If you hear alarm, meet us off ship and wait for us so we can tell you what we do.
My gosh, boat dog came to visit me, but I was too slow with the camera. That's cute. let the berg hunting begin. Now these might not look too impressive just yet on the camera screen, but we can see with our eye holes. These are fairly substantial hunks. Okay. Well, what are those friends over in the water? A grouping of something. We'll have to see if Dee's photos can help us out with that one. Kind of look sealish. And we've come down a deck now to get a slightly lower perspective on the world. I like seeing the things from lower. Yeah. It's hard to get perspective on these things. We can see a couple of little tour boats puttering around. Actually, that one's leaving, so I think we've lost it for a point of reference. Well, we're getting closer. Oh, there you can kind of see one of the little rib boats up against that one. Okay, there's a little perspective. Because that, I think, is by far the giantest one we've seen out in this section. There were some enormous ones actually back by the ship. I hope we get to go see those before we head back to shore. Starting to get into a bit of the ice field now. I like the contrast of this one, which is kind of very blue and craggy looking. The one on the other side is very white and fresh looking and, you know, enormous looking. So we have made it to Iceberg, number 1. We're gonna call it Big Shiny, because it's big and it's shiny.
I'm not even zooming in.
No, I am zoomed in to 2 times, and it's very much filling the screen. Here, let's zoom out. Whee! Okay, that's 1 time zoom. Oh!
Wow.
Oh, look at the blue. This is the backside of that giant berg. We've spun around now so we can get a few peeks of that one, which was the left-hand one as we approach the more craggly one. We're sort of navigating our way around this giant. Yeah, there's the fully unzoomed in shot of this side of this berg. We can see the other one again too. Okay, so here's D, just for perspective. Okay, you're a lot closer to the camera than that iceberg, but still. Wow, y'all. I'm glad we waited till the afternoon to just surprise book this tour.
Yeah.
It looks like we're going to get to do a circle of this one now, possibly. I don't have names for him, so this one's just going to be called Craggy. We get to see old Craggy now. Yeah, this one's pretty epic as you make a circle around it, too. And now we can see old... Did I even give the other one a nickname? I don't know.
Best idea we've had in a long time.
We're smart.
Doing this.
This is the unzoomed in version. I can't even zoom out. So... So as a frame of reference, here's my big head.
And mine.
Look how big the iceberg is compared to my big head.
That is giant.
Okay.
Wow. I'm looking for animals.
That's true. You could see some sneaky polar bears on here or something.
They would really have to climb on it. That looks fun.
Oh yeah, it's like a little polar bear slip and slide amusement park over there.
That's cool.
I mean, look at that. You would totally play on that if you were a polar bear.
I've seen the Coca-Cola commercials.
And just in case you didn't get enough iceberg footage, Photos by D is coming up soon with iceberg photos.
Sorry.
How many photos did you take of these 2 icebergs?
A few.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's all good.
Hey guys, there's an iceberg. Well, we made 1 full rotation there, so a few more last peeks at our blue castle-y looking one here, as we've determined, or the Statue of Liberty's torch, as Dee said. I can see that a little bit, okay.
It has a line going down it, the blue, you see that?
All right, our bergs are fading off into the distance. We'll see if we make any more stops today, but that was pretty epic.
That was amazing. Wow.
Let's jump back inside for now. Now we can enjoy some nice warm beverages and look out the window for some more scenery. More rounding the corner, coming back into the port now there. Well, the one gigantic ice thingamajig is disappearing behind the rocks there behind the ship. You can still see the other gigantic ice thingamajig there, though. I don't know if you would even call that an iceberg. It is enormous. Not the thing that's in the foreground. That's your very lovely iceberg. I don't even know. I mean, it's so much further away from the camera than the ship is, but even that perspective, it's gigantic. I don't know what to call it other than an ice monument. And now we will glide our way into the port after a successful iceberg eyeballing. That's a stretch. We're all tied up. They've got the old gangplankway down, so let's head ashore. We'll go from one boat to another boat. Oh yeah, we're helping to clean up. I know. We've already cleaned up a couple of cups. All right, D works here now. You're qualified to help out.
Yeah.
Bye, boat dog. Oh yeah, a little step down. And there will be our next destination. I guess we'll go ahead and jump back to our vessel. Yeah, folks are lined up to do the same, it looks like. We placed a mobile order for dive-in while we were on the tender, so that should be ready pretty soon. So D is gone with the dive-in dog there with the frizzled onions and the mustard and the relish. I have got the jackknife with the old curry ketchup there hiding underneath our naked fries. Best fries at sea. Oh yeah.
I've never had one of their hot dogs though, I don't think.
Have you not? You're in for a treat. Hey Numa, we're back from Greenland. Good to see you.
Missed you.
And now, evening mode. Let's roll that beautiful sock footage. And happy Yadsendu to you.
Happy birthday.
Now they are doing some scenic sail away, I think starting at 5 o'clock, but our dinner starts at 5 o'clock, and we saw some scenery today.
We did.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do our wrap up later. We'll talk all about it. Not like you haven't already seen it. And now it is dining room time. done with dinner. We have found, well, look, you've got a nice spot in the sun there staring out at. See if we do some scenic cruising. Oh my gosh, there's still icebergs out there. Who knew? I think we passed most of the big ones while we were at dinner, but there's still some out there. Ice, ice, baby. We've come back to the cabin to find our paper for tomorrow, which is Nanortalik, Greenland. Oh, and the attire is festive orange. You know what that means. Good night. We are back in the cabin. Yo, we got some talking to do. We have to say some words about the land that is green.
Absolutely.
Did you enjoy it?
I did. First of all, I'm so happy we made it. A lot of ships don't, honestly. We overheard tonight at dinner that, like, they didn't make it on their last time to coming here. So you just never know. You have to be very thankful if you do. But it's beautiful. I love that we jumped off as early as possible. So we got to see all the weather.
Yep, so much fog.
All the fog, all the cold, but then the beautiful sunshine that came out later. Just kind of doing our own thing and wandering around. I'm pretty sure we saw almost the whole town, other than like the residential areas, like way up top.
The hospital and stuff.
Yeah, so that was amazing. The locals are all extremely sweet and very welcoming. And then this afternoon, the boat tour.
Ooh.
That was definitely the piece de resistance.
That's it. It's very French.
You say the word.
That's it.
Yeah, so that was, I don't know, that was amazing. And I didn't even know how large those icebergs can get, but holy moly. And the color on it was just phenomenal. And it was a beautiful, perfect day.
Yeah, that was very much a last minute decision because we got up and we hadn't planned any tours for the day because we're like, you never know what the weather's going to be. And then when we saw the fog, we thought, nope, it's just going to be a walk around day. And then we saw the sun and we're like,
let's do it.
That was your idea. Good idea.
You're in Greenland. You came all this way and that's kind of the thing you do. So I'm not regretting that at all.
Plus, we have a short day tomorrow, so we wouldn't probably pull off an iceberg tour tomorrow. So today was the day.
Yeah.
That's it. Do we have to talk with just dinner, right?
Dinner.
Thanks to Greenland for being Greenland.
Greenland, you're awesome.
We're going to see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's start with dinner. You had, what is that? It was
I don't remember exactly
vegetable.
what it was called, but it was basically like squash and mozzarella, pine nuts, and arugula, and tomatoes, and balsamic. It was very good. It all went together really well, and it was, tasty. I don't know what else to say about it.
What can you say? I had the beef tataki, which is a very rare seared type of beef preparation. A little bit spicy. I don't know if they had a little bit of wasabi stuff going on. I forgot to read the menu. Those sesame chip crackers, they were crunchy. They had that deep, like, nutty sesame flavor. I could have had a whole basket of those.
Wow.
But overall, the beef was very tender, flavored well. It's a cold preparation, so be prepared for that. There's your entree. You got the mustard tuna.
Mustard crusted tuna steak with onion rings and spinach and corn. This is one of my favorite dishes on Holland, and this one did not disappoint. It is like a seared tuna, just so you're warned. You know, it's not fully cooked on the inside, but it is like a crispy outside. But the flavors that they put into this tuna is amazing. And I love it with little onion rings, and try it. You will not regret it.
Yeah, if you're used to white tuna, this is not that hard. This is red
Which makes it juicier. It's really good.
That's true. I double entreed it because I was trying to be weird and interesting. First up, I got the one that said something something Dutch meatballs and sauerkraut.
Hodgepodge?
That's what it was called. The sauerkraut was very tart and soury, as you would expect. The meatballs were delightful. Pretty much all meat, no filler. Don't know how to describe them other than just meaty and bally. And everything came together really well. There was like a little potato puree under there too, so delightful. The second one I got was it was like Beyond meat stuffed into a butternut squash.
Oh.
It tastes just like you would think. They had taken the skin off the butternut squash, which I appreciated. When they sat it down, I'm like, is the skin on there? Cooked well, nice and tender. The flavors were fantastic. I would eat this again. I really enjoyed it. So don't know how to describe it other than,
Try it.
You had carrot cake.
Yep, so this is lovely, the nice zingy cream cheese icing. The carrot cake was nice and moist and had walnuts in it and lots of carrots, and it was a nice sized portion, not too big. It was lovely.
I got the sundae because I don't remember if it was in the videos or if it was an unvlogged today, but we had tried, it was called the cookies and cream sundae, I think, right?
I think we vlogged it.
I think we did too. But this one actually had Oreo pieces mixed in with what kind of also felt like chocolate chip pieces, but ice cream, little cookie crispy thing. It's a good combo. Kind of sweet.
Yeah.
But it's good. That's it for today, y'all. So tomorrow, Greenland.
More Greenland. Different town, though. Very, very small town.
That's true.
Excited.
And Orange Party. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. So
We'll see you then.
Good night.
Bye.